Hey, Mike, what's up? Why am I not even finding my own shit here? Oh, there we go. Hey, Mads. Hey, Mike. There we go. Hey, Mads. Hey, Mike. What you guys up to? I apparently have a mess. So, in other words, relaxing, as you should be. Give me 1 sec. I had to go grab my phone stand. Hey, Meinhardt. How's it going? You do hear it? I was wondering if you could hear that, Mike. All right, give me a second. I'm going to go shut it down. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to set this down and be right back. There we go. Yeah, Meinhardt, I actually had to delete my last live because there was too many music issues. That's why Mike was letting me know. Yeah, I'd rather know about it than, than get in trouble again. I wonder if I can actually bring that a little closer without messing things up. That's a little better. And thanks, Matt, for posting that in Discord. It's getting hot out here, though. So I figured come on here, and I'm actually going to show you guys what I just got them. The package I got it earlier this week. Obviously, this box. You can actually try to see it here a little bit. It is dark, but box from BB. That did come in. Aioli. And this clock. So, got those in. Figured I'd at least show you what I got in and some of the stuff I made, some of the stuff we've been working on as we go. One of the things is actually sitting right in front of the table you guys can't see, and one of them sitting on the side in pieces. So I'll show you this guy. This is one of two. Not quite done yet, but hillbilly horseshoes. Still have the carpet. Finally got the carpet in. Pure later messed up on it. The neighbor across the street that used to own the house, they had 4 packages coming, like 4 boxes coming in. They put mine with theirs on this address and sent it off to be picked up. They had to sign for it, and I didn't. So I had to go get mine and theirs. So I finally got the carpet. Should have had it earlier, but and the other thing that I'm in the process of making, which is still in pieces, big old cornhole boards. So a little bit on the go here. And then I've got, actually I forgot about these. Still got to clean them up, but these are basically 3.5 by 3.5 inch dice that are going to be made into Yahtzee. So I figured you'd like it, Mike. I'm actually wearing one, and look which one it is I'm wearing, right? That's one of the two of mine. But I figured I'd just come out and hang out here with you guys for a while today anyway, because I'm going to get to finish making these later. I can't have the camera there because I'm going to knock it over if I do. Until I get some more stuff cleaned up out of here. Once I get more stuff cleaned up out of here, then I'll be able to do it. But between today and tomorrow, I'll be working on some videos. So still not sure if it's going to be worthwhile after the next year, but we'll see what happens. Bottle of water. It is warm out here. Yeah, that's they are. That's what I'm trying to figure out is if this is even going to be worth it anymore. Because I've been getting kind of mixed things on it. Some people are saying that you have to maintain a certain amount of views for sure, like a certain amount at all times. Others are saying you only have to get, it's double the views to start, and then you do normal stuff. But we'll have to wait and see. Everybody that was so close now are going to be so far away if they don't get to it by, I think it's February. I think it's February that they're doing it. Hey, Am, how's it going? I'm going to put these aside. Well, yeah, that's what I thought. The shorts are going to be the hard one. Don't get me wrong. Even the whole long form not going to be easy for somebody that doesn't have all the time in the world. So that's going to destroy a lot of smaller. Yeah, yeah, that's what I heard. So it's going to be rough. It's we'll have to see how things go, whether it's worth it or not, right? Or if it's just because I'm not going to sit there and keep doing this if they're going to make money and and they're going to just keep getting richer and richer, and they're going to make it harder for anybody to actually do anything. You know, so we'll have to wait and see. They know I don't see ads, and I know that's where they're hoping to make their money off. Smaller creators, so and not pay them. Right now, I don't care because I'm nowhere near the numbers anyway. But we'll see if I chase them. Yeah, yeah, it's going to be about more what it's going to be for. So like I said, I might just keep doing this just for the fun of it and don't care about the whole numbers crap. Just ignore the numbers game and just do me for fucking fun, right? And I heard they were starting to, they were going to be shutting people down too. Yeah, but you know what? Any little dollar helps getting, more lumber and stuff. So, but like I said, I don't really care. I'll just figure it out, do it myself, have fun. Wow. Like I said, it's almost not even worth it. Just other than doing it for fun. My biggest thing is getting things out around here because there's a lot of stuff not going to be shipping. So yeah, that's fine. Like, and that's like smaller stuff. Like I can do the branding for the smaller stuff and have ship smaller items. But for the larger stuff that I'm planning on building, it's going to be more of a local thing. So you know, still use it obviously for that, but not as geared towards that. So I'm going to gear more towards my local stuff, which is going to be the cornhole boards, the washer tosses, stuff like that I'm not going to ship. So because it'd be too costly to ship that type of stuff. Whereas like a candle holder or like a small box or something small like that, I can ship for $25-$30. Cornhole boards, washer tosses, not so much $30. So that'll be a local thing. I'll be geared towards that because that's where I'm going to make more money is on those. Like cornhole boards, anywhere from 175 and up. So, yep, for sure. Hey, Cheryl, how's it going? So, yeah, so I'm going to be looking at, 175 for cornholes and up. So I'm not going to ship them because that'd be way too much. That'd end up being, $300 a set, and nobody's going to want to pay that. Hey, Ray, how's it going? Even the washer tosses, they're going to be, probably 100 and quarter, 130, and they're, two boards at a time. That's pretty weighty. So those are geared more for here. That's what I'm going to concentrate on is the bigger stuff that I can actually make better money at. I may not sell them as fast, but I make more in the long run. So because I don't sell a lot of smalls, and smalls are something that are just there to use scrap with. So ouch. Bring these back so I can actually show Ray and Cheryl and them. They put them away apparently too soon. So I was showing everybody. This is what I guess you can't really see it. It's kind of dark in here. Actually, let me see if I turn on a light. Might help. See if this helps. Gonna show you a little what BB sent. Like, best lighting I got right now is what I can do, and then clock as well. What I got this week. Oh, I appreciate that, Ray. We definitely don't want you getting in trouble though. Thanks, Cheryl. Yeah, those are the ones that BB sent to me this past week. So got a few more to get yet, but got those ones in. The clock was the first one I won, so. Then in the box. Call his work. But that'd just be mean. We won't do that to Ray, though. Or at least I know I won't. Heck, I even thought about doing the freaking let the trolls have some fun and go vertical, but I decided not to. That's why I said I wouldn't get him in trouble. I wouldn't call. Ray's like one of those good poops. You just don't want to have it end, right? I'm just kidding, Ray. You're not a poop. Let's see, how can I do this? There we go. Message of the day. See, we got you covered. You're not here. No, I figured I'd just try to do the live thing today. See how well it does. How many people actually show up during the day? Because I usually have Thursdays off, but I have a feeling they're going to be switching my day. But we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I don't have all the time in the world, and usually by the time I get home and everything and have dinner and all that stuff, it's too late to start going live, and it just makes it rough. Because it'll end up being like 3 o'clock in the morning by the time I'm done here. Instead of Dave's not here, right? Actually, open that door to see if I can get some air in here. Oh, I'll move my saw first. See if that helps. That, and I'm going to be starting to do a video. I can start making a video tonight of something special. We're going to see how it goes. I'm probably going to make a few mistakes on it, and it'll be funny as hell. All right, Cheryl. Have a good meeting, and I'm sure I'll probably be around. I don't think Mike and them will let me go, so since I'm actually, on here. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem, Cheryl. Might actually start gluing up my cornhole boards, see how that goes. A little leery about the way I'm going to be doing it, but we'll see. Get these out of here. These back so I don't hit them. Let's see. Oh, get up here, big lug. I said I'm probably gonna end up knocking something over. I almost can see it now. Guess it helps if I have my glue and stuff too, eh? That's there one goes. I've already got clamps all over the bloody place. Oh, get over here. I really got to clean up in here, apparently. Oh, come here. There we go. Really got to clean up in here. So these are my personal sets. So if they're messed up, I don't care. It's just kind of a experimental with these. I already got some idea that I'm going to be changing in the time. But that's in time. We'll figure that out later. What I want to change. Got my screws. Screws on, that would help. Where'd my bit go? I had a drill bit. And now it's missing. There it is. All right. Let's see how this crap goes. Probably not going to go very well, but we're going to try her. Come on. Line up nicely. Get this one on. Now let's see how well this is going to work. Grab some paper towels. Shop rides wherever they went. This paper towel is gonna have to work. Don't know where my shop top rag went. Try not to glue all over myself for once. God, I still have this bit in here. Well, we're gonna find out how well this works. No problem, Ray. All good, man. Thanks for coming by if you were not here afterwards. But we'll see. Sure, I'll be here for a bit. See, now Ray's definitely not here. That way. Ugh. Those two. You need another clamp. What do I have over here? Let's grab one of these guys. A little too long for this, but whatever. A little too long for this, but whatever. Come on. He's there for now. Stick you down. That's this one. Do that for now. These guys. Here. That's it for a while. See how that works. See if that actually works. Where I wish I had more clamps and more room. The rest of the clamps I have are way too big. Need to buy more small ones. I think I might have a few. I'll have to take a quick look. Take a quick look. I might have a couple more. Oh, we'll see. Don't know if I'll have enough to finish it. One of the boards, anyway. Actually, I just might. Might have enough to finish them. Not exactly the ideal clamps I want to use, but. And another one of those guys. Might have enough to do it. I'm pretty sure I do. I do. Eat down in here. Not the clamps I like, but whatever. We'll make it work. Now, let's move this so I don't kill my phone. Put that there for a minute. Stay. get this end done. I'm gonna have to move those. Oh, might not be able to. Yeah. I'll get this end done anyway. Oh, no, not that board. Not that board. This board. My license plate. See how this works. Let's go first. Let's go this way. Maybe it works this way. That in. Over here. Grab one of these guys. Got locked in there so it doesn't move again. Come on, get in there. Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. Grab one more. Just cause. There we go. Yeah, so I'm trying with the pocket holes. I may not keep it this way. I may end up switching it up, but we will see how this actually goes. We shall see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to do it a different way. Little differently, a little more not ideal, but part of the problem is I didn't use a thick enough top. They didn't have the 3/4 inch, which I would have preferred. So I'm dealing with a 1/2 inch top instead of 3/4. Which is why I'm saying these ones are mine. I won't build a set unless it's 3/4 for somebody else. So So we'll have to hopefully get the lumber in. All right, let that sit for a bit. I appreciate that, Ray. And yeah, for sure, Ole, like he's definitely a solid dude. I do like Ray. He's a solid guy, just trying to provide for his family and, do what he does and tries to support everybody he can. So that's why when Ray puts out videos, I try to watch his as well, as much as I can. I'll watch them, but just a matter of when. If I'm online, I watch them right away, but sometimes that can't happen. But thanks, Pokey Girl. I'd rather be wearing a shirt than at work, here doing what I'm doing. See, even she's mean to me. She's here. I will call her out being at work. Hey, Moyak, how's it going, man? I appreciate that, bud. I hope your day is good too. Hope they'll move and everything's going good. Yeah, for sure, for sure. We're all on that same hamster wheel. So, yeah, we just the grind of life, right? Oh, I'm sure it's been crazy. You got a big move, man. Big move. But you know what? And for you, if that's your future, that's what you want. That's what always, it's a good move then. It'll be well worth in the end for you, my man. No, I didn't touch the carburetor yet. I still have to go out and pull it off. Go there. Oh. And actually, Pokey, while you're here, where's my shop rags? I appreciate that, Ray. Riding lawnmower. I have a feeling some dirt got in there and stuck the float. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'll put your paper towels back then. Okay, maybe I'll keep them out here if you're going to be sassy. Or I'll send them to Mike. I'll send him a roll of paper towels. No, they're inside still. I just brought some out. The other one's on for now. It's definitely warm in here today for some reason. Sure, it doesn't help myself the plastic up, but I don't want to take it down either. Yes, over here. I can open the door more. There we go. Let some air go. Yeah, it's hotter in here than outside. Remember, we still have the plastic up on the things because if we don't want the wasp getting in here in that gap. That's freaking nuts, Mike. I know right now the camera angle's not the most ideal due to the light, but in order to do this is how I have to do it for now. I got to clean up some stuff over there so I could actually have more than an 80, like an angle. But that's a tonight issue. 80, what's that work out to be around here? I think probably about the same, Ray. I want to say it's about the same as here. Man, you bugger. Get. Fucking wasp. Okay, so it's roughly about the same. A little warmer than there than here. No, I'm kind of hoping to have the cornhole board set put together today. Then I can actually start rounding them off and getting the tops done that I want to do. Yeah, I know they're coming in tomorrow at work. That's why I'm glad I'm not there. I'd rather be doing this and hanging out with these guys and gals. When better company here. Except for the pokey girl, she's kind of sassy. But hey, what the heck? Can't discriminate against her. I'll give you that. She is. But at the same time, she's like a sailor. She can be classy, but she can also be she can also be like a sailor. Yeah, no problem, Ray. I appreciate you even just stopping in for 5 minutes, man. Like you come back, you come back. If you got to work, you have to work, man. I get it. I just appreciate you stopping in and hitting that like button. That's what it's about, man. Supporting each other every way we can. I'm just surprised I actually figured out how to make a pinned comment. That's the ceiling. There we go. Ooh. Oh, okay, Ray. So, Ray, technically you're not here, but you are. Put these two back on for now. Just because. All right, later, Pokey. Love you. Enjoy your work as much as you can. We'll see if I'm still here on lunch or not. On your lunch, actually, which would be dinner. If you're working tonight, unfortunately. That just means I can do this without her bugging me. We just won't tell her that. Sit you down there for a sec. You heard nothing. I said nothing. All right, Moyoc, no problem, bud. I appreciate you stopping and showing some support, man. Hope you have a great day and hope you get everything figured out. I appreciate you, bud. All the time. 5 minutes is more. More support is 5 minutes, right? Like I don't care if it's 5, 10, 15, 5 hours. You got to you're supporting. That's all that matters. I appreciate it, bud. Hey, Magnus. Yeah, having a great day. Just trying to finish up some cornhole boards I started making myself. Been good. How's your day going, man? Hopefully you're having a great day back. I appreciate you coming back. Just give me one sec here, and I'll be ready to take this board kind of in place in this corner. It's a bit warped, so I'm going to try to straighten it. Hey, when you do magnets, we're all here. We like to support each other. As you can tell, I've had people popping in that's at work as well, like Ray. Ray's popped in to say, "Hey, how's it going?" Moyock's been here. Pokey Girl stopped in. You know, just the fact you stopped in, been fantastic, man. Appreciate it. What we're all about is supporting each other and just showing up. And we'll be looking forward to the day you can do this. You'll be live, and we'll stop in and support you just the same. As you can tell, it's not fancy in this place. Oh, all right, go down there then. Oh, for sure, man. Like this is a great group of people. Everybody in here, like even the ones that aren't here. You know, people that are here are fantastic. People that aren't here are fantastic. Like people have lives and they work and stuff, so they can't always be. But when they are, they're always supporting. So that's great people. That's what they do. You know. There we go. Lock that in. So I can guarantee, like I'll tell you right now, once you're able to go live and stuff like that and start making stuff, they'll support you just the same because that's what we do. So once you can, man, they'll support you. They'll pop in your lives if they can. They'll watch your videos if they can. So like I've had, obviously Moyock's been here. Daniel's been popped on my lives before. The BV, he's popped in the live before. I've had people from all over the channels pop in just to say hi. How's it going? That was fun. Just what they do, man. Like obviously I don't have a large following, but they still come out when they can, and that's all that's all I can ask. And hitting the like button and stuff like that's what they do, and they just come out and support. So yeah, there's another one that's right there, Ray. Like he supports when he can. Now we'll let this set up for a while. Let the glue do its thing. And I'm going to go check to see if I'm actually subbed to make sure I am subbed to Magnus. I am. So if I want to, let's see, I can figure out how to do this for you. Copy link. Go back. Go in there. That. There we go. Just in case nobody has, if somebody's missing you, so. Oh yeah, no, I'm actually doing my own logo on these ones. I'll just say, like, obviously, I'm not going to show you guys because I'm obviously not at that point yet. But I'm going to be putting my own logos on this, on these boards. So, these are my set. There's a few flaws in these ones. That's why I'm making them into my set. I had a bit of a mishap at the lumber yard, and they didn't cut them right, so I had to recut them, and then the thickness of the board wasn't right, so I have to actually put a brace in this one because they're going to help stop the bounce, because I'm only using 1/2 inch, not 3/4. Would have preferred 3/4 because that's a better board then, but I'll make a new set in the future with the proper board. Oh, there you go. And like I said, you start making content, I'm sure Ray will do his best. Mike will do his best. Everybody does their best to, Cheryl. They'll all sit there and help try to support you. Just a matter of you getting out there and doing it. Like, trust me, it took a while for these guys to push my butt into doing this. But here I am. I don't do consistent, obviously, just because things just kind of flop around at work. I got to find my days again that I can do stuff. Me, I'm out in New Brunswick, Canada. Hey, BB, how's it going? How's your day going, BB? You just missed Moyoc. Yeah, Mineheart for sure. Once you get started, it is fun to go live and just interact with people. BV keeps saying it as well. Like, it's just he's here just for the interaction. And it's fun to talk to y'all guys. And just have some fun and chit chat and good. Glad to hear it. I'm waiting for glue to dry. See, there you go, Magnus. Like, even BV's dropping in to say hello. Like, you just never know who's going to stop in to say hi. So when you get to that point, man, just start doing it, and have fun with it. I'm still not comfortable being on this side of the camera. I'm usually behind it. So nice, Magnus. I still haven't done anything on my walls here. Still trying to organize out here and figure out where everything's going to go. Don't have a lot of room. I've only got about 7.5 feet by 17. Honestly, Magnus, just as the one that's usually behind the lens, I just started doing it. I didn't tell anybody I was going to do it. I just literally did it, and people just came in and started chatting, and it wasn't that bad. Once I got started, it was not that bad. It's just a matter of getting over that first hit the record button, and then stand there, and once people come in, just talk to them, have fun with it. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you can do. Even if you want, Magnus, just try to do it without actually going live. Just do it for yourself, delete it, and then go live. Then that way, there at least you know what it's like being in front of the camera and you're talking to a camera. Even though you're talking to the people that are on the other end of the video, but at the end of the day, you just got to start, and that's the hardest part. And other than that, if the way I did it, I literally just hit record and started. Like, I just threw myself to the wolves. I was either gonna do it or never was. So, like I said, if you try some of those things, just and have fun with it, man. Hey, no problem, Ray. You have a great day, man. Don't work too hard, or try to work, one of the two. Norm, how's it going, bud? No. That's the added glue. No, it's more like I had half a bottle of glue. But man, a lot of squeeze out I had to clean up. See, there's Norm, good old Norm Hughes, another solid man. And Chuddy, how's it going? Nice to see you. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Just waiting for some glue to dry up so I can start gluing up the second one. Hopefully it doesn't blow apart because of the freaking thin board, but using thin board with pocket screws, so I'm hoping it holds. Put a few extras in that I probably didn't have to, but whatever. No, I'm actually going to do it out of vinyl. We have a Pokey Girl. She has a Cricut here and everything like that in vinyl, so we're actually going to do it out of vinyl and then clear it all. So appreciate that, Cheryl. It's a little small, but I'm making it work. And then I got to finish cleaning it up and get like I got my miter saw sitting down on the floor beside me here, so got to get that set up yet. But once that's set up, it'll be a lot nicer. We got to wait till the burn bands are off so I can actually finish burning all the cardboard from when we moved. And then it'll start really setting it up. But for now, this is what I've got to make it work, and it seems to work. Hockey, Boston Bruins. So, and Pokey Girls, Vancouver Canucks. So I've already got the bags for this. Got everything I need to finish it now. So I'm hopefully getting these finished up this week. I'm hoping because I still have the Hillbilly Horseshoes to finish up too, which the carpet I just picked up yesterday. So and then we can actually start taking them outside and do some lives from outside, actually trying them out and have some fun. And then you have to actually, laugh at us trying to play cornhole. I grab a bottle of water. I'll grab two of them. So no one will not be enough. Gaspy. Where is that? Now you got me curious. Oh, in Quebec. Okay. Yeah, I drove right through Quebec getting here. Yeah, see, I came from Ontario to New Brunswick, so we went right through Quebec and coming here. Yeah, they're a special breed some days. Some of them are special. No, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them are definitely special. And where we are in New Brunswick here is actually Frank, like split. Like you got some half speak French, half speak English. So where we are, it's kind of a 50-50 mix. If you go more north, they speak more French. If you go more south, they speak more English. Yeah, Magnus, you know what? You got special people everywhere. Trust me, there's special people around here too. But you get that anywhere you go. Let's see this. It's gonna move now. Nice. Other than the cut being off a bit. All right, thanks, Magnus. Thanks for popping in, and good luck on getting to your 50. You have yourself a great day, and we'll hopefully see you soon on the other end. I'll come in and watch yours. But you have a great day. You know, the rest of your day. Don't work too hard, or try not to anyway. Load off. This guy off. Oof, I didn't like that. Might be redoing that. Had a little bit of movement, so hopefully we'll see how it goes. Yeah, mine hurt exactly what I'm making. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm making. So right now it's the first. You know, these are my sets, so I'm trying a few things out, and I'm realizing, I already knew I had the wrong size top, but it's starting to come back and bite me in the butt. But it is what it is. I'll figure it out, make it work. At least this one's glued up. Now I can start working on gluing up the second one. Hopefully it'll stay. We'll find out once it all dries up. Go down there. So, yeah, that's exactly what I'm making. That's a set of cornhole boards. Set that off to the side. Oh yeah, for sure. Something happens, you figure it out and move on. So like I said, I'm hoping I'm gonna let them dry up and see how strong the sides are onto it, because couldn't use a long enough screw, because I don't want to drill through the top, obviously. And only using a 1/2 inch board, I'm not getting a lot of screw bite into the top, because they didn't have 3/4 inch. So next set I'm going to build, I'm going to be building another set, and then I'll be actually looking at doing 3/4 inch top. And I'll probably be going to my local lumber yard and getting actual true 1-inch sides. Like, these are big box store stuff. So my next one will probably be, I might actually go a little crazy and do some nice 3/4 inch top with some nice hardwood sides. So, and then just clear them and be done with it. Make them nice, maybe stain them, don't know yet. These are getting a logo, so they're going to stay clear. I'm going to keep these ones clear, but except for the logo. But I do want to try a set with a nice set of hardwood sides. Not sure about what yet, though. But that's something for the local lumberyard, because they've got the actual true 1x4s, 1x6s, 2x6s. It's all true measurement wood. So. What did you do? So, but this set will just be for our backyard for fun. Kind of I'm experimenting with this set with the vinyl as well, because I've never actually, like, I put vinyl on wood, but I've never actually cleared over it, because I want to see if I can get the clear to match the vinyl so the bags actually slide without actually hitting a bump of the vinyl. Oh. So that'll be the next challenge, is making sure I can see if I can get that done. Which a couple people have already given me some ideas about using thicker forget which one it was. I'll have to ask them again. I'm brain farting at the moment. I think it's polyacrylic. I think it was polyacrylic, he said. I'll have to double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said, I'm pretty sure it was polyacrylic, he said. So to hopefully build up like a good solid thickness of it, and then that way there it matches the thickness of the vinyl. So, and then if I can get that nicely built up and that, and do a nice finish coat on the top, and it'll be a real nice smooth board, and takes a few extra coats, but it is what it is. Part of putting a logo on, right? So, and not using stain or, a CNC to actually countersink it in, or laser or whatever. I don't have access to any of that stuff, so I just work with what I have and make, build it up and build it up and build it up until I get it in the same thickness and move on. Won't be doing too many of those, obviously, because they're not cheap to build. I know I think a basic set of cornhole boards around here are going for about $150 for just plain Jane, not even actually using Baltic birch. They're actually using just regular plywood. So I use Baltic birch for the top. So, yep, it's nuts. Hey, Weavers, how's it going? Weavers or Webbers? So yeah, it's nuts up here. Like $150 for plywood cornhole boards. And like I said, that's literally just the boards made and cleared. So, mind you, obviously, when I make, do custom ones, obviously they're not going to be $150. But I figure, two and a quarter, 2.5, depending on how they are and what they want them made out of. I know my tops will always be Baltic birch, just because it's just a nice board to start with, and all the research I've done, professional cornhole boards, the tops are Baltic birch. So, kind of like to keep to that, because that's actually the nicest board that I can find up here too, without having a massive log and fun. Because trust me, if I could build it out of walnut, I'd love to build a set out of walnut, but that'll never happen. I am not paying for them. So I figure these ones here, just a plain set of boards from me, probably be about 100, maybe 150 to $180, somewhere in that range. That includes the bags, everything like that. Because the other thing I'm doing with my boards is I'm actually going to be building a small box into the bottom one of the boards, so you can actually store the bags in the boards. That way there, it all stays together. And I'm going to put latches on them so you can latch them together. If you want to carry them together or carry them separate, because they're, obviously big and bulky. So I don't know. Some people will carry them together, as others won't. All depends on what they want. That's options that I'm planning on doing. Like if they want to be able to carry them together, like latch them together, I'll put latches on them. Bags, though, I'm going to make a box underneath them so they can sit inside. Same with my hillbilly horseshoes there, the washer toss game, I'm going to do the same thing. Is going to do something inside one of the boards so that the washers actually stay with the boards and they don't lose them. You know, just that way, they're like little things like that, and everything is going to have scorecards with them and everything like that. And make all the scorecards, get them all laminated so they can actually use dry erase markers, so they don't have to keep buying paper or any of that fun stuff. Obviously this is local stuff like we were saying earlier. If they want an actual score tower, I'll make one. Stuff like that. The dice, I'm lucky I can actually get the pails for nothing, so yeah, I've seen that done. I would like to do that someday. Just not with the wood that I'm using right now. That's what I think. Maybe if I do if something like that, I'd probably do like the Baltic birch and probably use like a nice tortified ash or some contrasting color for sure, because it would definitely stand out and look really nicely framed. The problem is getting the clean cuts on the board top, obviously, and that's going to be on me to make sure I don't move, while I'm cutting them. So, but yeah, I've seen boards like that. I don't know if they were actually, yeah, I think so too. Like, especially on the birch, the tortified ash I have is really super dark. Actually, I've got a piece over here. Let me grab that. I've got a piece right here. Oh. Yeah, so that's the tortified ash right there. So that's what I'm probably going to use for the sides. Like, it's a nice, super, nice and dark, and got a lot of nice grain to it. So, hey Conrad, how's it going? So if I do it, I'll probably do it out of the ash or something along the ash line, especially with the Baltic birch top. It really stand out, nice contrast, and then just do a nice clear on it, and away we go, right? So that's the plan anyway. Eventually, I'd like to try something like that. If this glue up doesn't work with these pocket holes on my boards, I'm actually going to think about making plugs out of this ash, drilling in through the top, and actually putting plugs, the tortified ash plugs, into the Baltic birch. Well, hey, as long as it's another day in paradise for you, my man. Hey, it's actually nice and sunny here, and it's supposed to be raining this afternoon, but I'm starting to question that one. They said it's supposed to rain today and tonight, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, so if this doesn't work and if the sides actually let go because I can't get enough of a bite, I'm probably going to replace the sides to a true 1-inch thick frame, and then use like a tortified ash plug and screw in from the top and just plug the holes. Give it a little bit of contrast on the top, other than the vinyl, but I'll set that down there. Back over here. Man, like I said, like I showed at the beginning, also making the yard dice. Still have to round these off, and just got them cut up for now, and I'll finish them later. And then, as I was saying, these guys. Hillbilly horseshoes. I just got to glue the carpet on them, and clean up the holes a bit, and these ones will be done. I already got the washers for that too, so those will be another ones that we're going out in our yard. Stay open. Where's the chunk of wood? I got enough wood. A good chunk. Oh, let's grab. Come here, you. Prop you open if you don't stop closing. There, stop closing. Patio part. Oh, a patio party box. Is that like just a box that has all sorts of games, like yard games and stuff in it? That could go a lot of different ways. That's me the way that people talk around here. That could go a lot of different ways. Oh, the bottle? No, it's straight water. Or did I miss something? Here. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, it's always got to have rum or something. Yeah, see what I'm going to be doing, like for all this stuff here. The way our yard's laid out, right beside the house here, the nicest grass we have is actually to the side of the house, but it's not all on a hill. So playing these on a hill is not exactly the most ideal. But we've got an open field in the back. So what I'm going to do is probably build a shed down there for all these. Going to see about running power down to it. Maybe put a mini fridge or something in there. Instead of having to run all the way up to the house all the time. So it'd be kind of like a party shed, but for games and stuff like that for when people come over. Not that we have a lot of people over, because we just choose not to, but more for us. Oh. And this one I messed up on. Oh well. Nice. So basically it's an all in one kind of backyard all in one game thing. That'd be nice. That'd be cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. We're not going to be taking these like with us anywhere. So these will be just because I know we can make mini sets of boards, like you're talking. But that's more for going, partying around and stuff. And we have the room here that we can build full sets of everything. Like I know the washer toss, the single hole washer toss is supposed to be 24 by 24 inches. You can make mini ones at 16 by 16. And then same with the hillbilly horseshoes that I have here. I can make a mini set of that, which is because this one's 16 by 36. I can make a custom, like a mini set, which would be 12 by 30, I think it is. Nice. Gotta have that bar in there. Gotta have the bar. Ow! That was my toe. Right, let's get this one started up. Oh. That's why we're looking. Well, we have two sheds out the back. One of them's going to be her garden shed, so she doesn't need that much room in a garden shed. So I might take part of that and just use that for storing this stuff here because it's actually not too far from where we're going to use these. And I can get hydro to that building pretty quickly and easily. So. Oh, stop moving. There we go. There we go. Oh, squeeze. So I'm hoping these ones work out with the short screws and a thin top. But we'll see. What I might do is when I make that a different one, I'll probably record it and actually might try to do the whole two pieces, like do the whole rabbit and everything like that for the top, and maybe try to make them fancy, see what happens. And I know around here, unfortunately, not a lot of people want to spend more money than they have to, which I get. Nobody does. And I'm okay with that. But you never know. Somebody might want a nice, beautiful set with hardwood sides and some nice fancy stuff. Just to say they have them, but we'll have to see. Like this is actually one of the lower income provinces in Canada, unfortunately. But people make do, and like I said, I don't want to try to overprice like as much as possible, so that way there people can actually afford some nice stuff. But I also don't want to lose my shirt on it either. So, that being said, I got to try to figure out the balance. That's why I'm kind of making this set, and this is where I messed up. I was few rambunctious with the pocket holes and went on the wrong side. So I'm just going to make it work for mine. I'm going to plug them. I'll do that later. So yeah, so I just want to make sure like I can make some stuff for people that something nice that they can afford, which is one of the reasons why I'm thinking about starting to make mini sets, because more people can afford the mini sets over top of the full size sets, which is fine. We can still have fun playing yard games and enjoying family time, which is what it's all about. Family and friends, and that's what this whole thing is about. Um, so if I don't make a ton of money on this, I don't really care. Um, it's more about just making these and enjoying making these and getting people to have a chance to actually have a set. Um, like I said, out here, there's not a lot of people have a ton of money. So if I can make them a little bit cheaper, making mini sets, then so be it. I'm okay with that. But they're still going to get quality, obviously. Like, even though they're a mini set, still want to make them good. But always have the option for full size sets, obviously. Ooh. Oh, come here, you. Oh. That and Conrad, and that I don't know if you guys saw my little video that I made of a mail call from Mads, but this is the shirt I'm rocking today. Made by Mads. Did a fantastic job. So yeah, they did that video there last week, beginning of this week, end of last week, I do believe. So figured, obviously about these are for this, so well, gonna rock them. And we're still not 100% sure around here about markets. This is actually our first season, really. Like, we moved here beginning of November last year, so we've only been here for about 10 months, and we're still trying to figure out where everything is. We keep seeing all these little things about markets and stuff like that, but we're not 100% sure where they are because we've never heard of the town, or how far away they are from us, stuff like that. Like, we got to figure all that out. So there'll be a little bit more research this year. I might try to do some markets next year. That's why I figure I'm going to start making these for the winter, like cornhole boards, washer toss, hillbilly horseshoes, dice. Just start getting all that type of stuff. We got room downstairs to store this, which is nice. So I'm hoping to get a few cornhole board set made. The hillbilly horseshoes, washer toss, hoping to get a bunch of them made. The dice, yard dice, obviously hoping to get a bunch of them made. That way, there comes spring, we can kind of do the spring ones, and then as I'm doing that, I can make stuff for the winter. Just try to start doing the markets next year. I figure even if I can do 3 or 4 markets a year, I'll be happy. Like, for the spring, 3 or 4 for the fall. I'll be happy with that. And then obviously the lumber yard that I buy my hardwood and everything from, they're actually really good, and they don't mind when I'm there. They talk to me all the time. They grab some business cards for me. They do well for me. So just a matter of talking with them more too about these markets, because they would know better than I would. And the one gentleman that I talked to at my local lumberyard, he's actually really good, and he helps me out with a bunch of information, places to look for things, whether it's woodworking or not. He's actually a good dude, so he'll be one that I'm definitely gonna utilize in that aspect. So you know, I think that'll be good to learn for the spring. I can talk to him over the winter for that while I'm making these. He actually got one of my barbecue scrapers and a candle holder for his boat. Well, the barbecue scraper for his boat, the candle holder for his wife. Um, so if he sees these, he may want a set of these. It's hard to say. But he's one that'll sit there and show people the pictures at the lumber yard and say, like, this guy does this. They've got a guy that makes custom pool cues out of hardwood that he buys from that lumber yard. I actually try to get hooked up with him so I can get a custom pool cue, but that's a different story. So, like I said, they're really good at promoting, local woodworkers that buy their lumber through them. Like, they really help try to support people. So, I'm going to utilize that obviously as much as I can. So it's good. And like I said, these I'm hoping to have maybe 4 sets of these made up over the winter. You know, maybe 5 or 6 of the hillbilly horseshoes, maybe 5 or 6 of the washer tosses made up, so that way there I at least have something to start next year with, as well as like the yard dice. Get half a dozen or so of them made up, and then obviously like little things. Like I've got bottle openers. Um, I've got the hardware for bottle openers so that I can start making them. I've got ones bigger bottle openers that hang on the wall. I got a couple of hardware for that as well. So I got a lot of different things I can work this winter for spring, providing I can figure out how to heat this place without losing my shirt. But that's a different story. So from there, and like I said, then come summertime, it'll be building winter stuff or fall market stuff. So oh, nice. Okay. Nice. Hey, hi back. How's it going, bud? Yeah, eventually I'd like to start making, like, I don't do like barrel stave barware and stuff like that, but I'm hoping to start doing a few cutting boards. I actually want to make a cheese slicer because we do use cheese quite a bit with our cooking and stuff like that here. So I actually want to make a nice cheese slicer, which I have the hardwoods and everything to do it. I just got to get the actual hardware in for the wire and the actual slicer part. I got the wood to do it. I just need the hardware. So I'm going to be looking to order that up. But yeah, thanks for popping in, Highback. I appreciate that, man. Nice to see your name here as well. How's your day been? Yeah. Turn. Record. Ooh. All right, stay put. Oh, I forget. this one in after. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we don't have rockler up here. So eventually I'll be looking for, I've got a cheap set of chisels here, which are, fine for now. Eventually I'd like to get a nice set, but that's down the road. I'm not overly worried about it right now. I'll have to see if they actually ship up here. I might actually look at getting it set through there. Or see where I can find them. Or find any nice, decent set. How I get that last one in. There we go. Yeah, the ones I've got are from around here. It's called Princess Auto. Mike will know the place. I just got a cheap set from them. I figure, you know what? I ruined them. Only it was a cheap set, but yeah, I'll definitely look at getting a nicer set eventually. Once I get things organized here, because I don't want to keep bringing tools in and have nowhere to move. So I got to get a few cabinets built up in here and get my miter saw off the floor. So once all that's done, then I can actually start getting some other stuff in here that's nicer and making sure everything has a home so they're not sitting on the floor getting dropped. Got to get more temperature control in here too, so that's another factor with some of the stuff. Hopefully soon I can figure that out. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, Princess Auto's like your Tractor Supply. Yeah, you're right. Similar. Oh, get that in there. Come on. That in there. You wait for a minute. Get out of there. There we go. All right. Now you. There we go. No, minor, just keep trying, man. You'll get a set. All in time, man. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's definitely getting warm in here now. Oh. Move you. There we go. Well, let's see how this works. See how this goes. Oh. Well, hello, spider. You do not need to be there. Yeah, I'm not too sure which set of chisels I'm going to go for. I know they come with a wide variety, so we'll see what I end up finding and research, obviously. Got to see what I can get up here. Eventually, what I want to do is get a joiner, but I think I can do it without it. Don't have the room for it. The other thing is I can do it with, I can make a sled, use a level. There's a bunch of different ways I can do joinery. So, doing for a jointer anyway. So we'll see. I don't think there's too many more tools I really truly need, to be honest with you. There want 100%, but I need a bigger shop. So, and that's not in the books right now. Let this glue dry up a bit now, and then I can unclamp it and leave it, put it with the other one. So I'll just end up hanging out here with you guys. Yeah, out here. Well, it might rain yet. Yeah, it might still rain yet. I had to look that way. Other side of the house. If it's going to rain, I'm going to be closing this door in a pretty quick hurry. Oh, yep. Get this off. There we go. That one off at least. That should be okay. That shouldn't be bad. Hey, DIY, how's it going? How are you today? Yeah, I know I had a day off from work, so I'm actually doing some gluing up that I had to do to finish a few things off. Hey, Joseph, how's it going? How are you guys today? Should be fine. Yeah, it's good to see you as well. Just hang right a little bit more. Hey, nothing wrong with what you're rocking, man. You rock what you got, right? Oh. I finish letting this one dry. Oh, that's it now. Yeah, you know, Harbor Freight's kind of actually. I want to say Harbor Freight's probably more like our Princess Auto up here. Get a lot of cheap tools at Princess Auto here. I'll actually bring these back. Bring these back and just kind of don't want to knock them over. So, Joseph, I was actually making cornhole boards. I'm making cornhole boards and hillbilly horseshoe boards. And these are the two things I got from BB this week. So, yeah. So Joseph, we're out in the middle of like in the country. So out here, there's not a lot of stuff for people to do. So stuff like cornhole, hillbilly horseshoes, washer toss, yard see, stuff like that's actually, stuff that actually more goes out here just for the area, because kids are bored and you know they want something to do with their friends and stuff like that. And so instead of ripping around on dirt bikes and stuff like that, if they want something else to do, it's stuff like this. So that's why I'm making these. These sets are ours, but I'll be making them another set in the future to actually put online and sell. So DIY, you're absolutely right. Like some of the tools I have here are some of the cheapest things I could find, and they work great. I do have some stuff from Amazon and as well. I have stuff from Temu, and they work. So, but yeah, it's good to see you, Joseph, for sure. Yeah, and honestly, Amazon, Temu, stuff like that for certain things, there's nothing wrong with it. Like you can't go wrong. And if it breaks, you didn't spend all that much. So, Temu and that, like I know people never buy stuff from there, and that's their choice. But again, cheap tools are just fine. It's just how you use them. Oh. Now I understand why how Daniel feels when he's standing here. Yeah. So the next thing I'm probably going to be like I got to do is the hillbilly horseshoes. I still have to put the carpet on them. I had to pick up the adhesive yesterday, so I have that now. Have pick the carpet up yesterday, so I have that. So, you know. Oh, I was actually looking at those. That same brand. I was actually looking at that exact same brand. I ended up getting them from Princess Auto. Still, it was only like $20 for a set or something like that. 20, $30. And honestly, for the amount of stuff I'm going to be chiseling, I'm not overly worried about it. I don't have to have a high end set. It's like not like I'm, you know, carving and stuff like that. No, I'll have to look into them because I was looking at them. These back over there before I knock them over because I know I'm going to. Because I'm just that way. Yeah, and honestly, Joseph, actually, with anything really, it's how sharp you keep it. You're absolutely correct. Oh, you're talking like a Japanese pole saw. Let's see here. Where did it go? Where did it go? This is the problem with having no organization at the moment. Where did it go? Was right here. Well, there's my cheap chisels. I have one. I actually got it from Amazon. Oh, nope. I'll have to find it. I don't know where it went. It might still be in the house, actually. I'm not seeing it here. It must still be in the house. Yep, gotta be still in the house. So, found my cheap chisels. Yeah, just found my cheap chisels. Haven't even opened them yet. Haven't had to use them yet. So, as for the, let's see if I can actually find. Give me a second. I'll actually see if I can find the one that I actually bought from Amazon, and I'll post a link for you so you can check it out. Give me one quick sec here. Just gotta remember when I bought it. Filter. This might have been last year. Where is it? That's something I might have kept in the house over the winter. There's my sander. Oh, maybe it was the beginning of this year. Filter 2026. Man, I buy way too much. All right, where are you? Where did it go? I know I bought one. Sure, it was from Amazon. That was before that. Where are you? Go figure. Now I can't find it. Must have been last year. Had to have been last year. Not on this list. So okay, what is that? There it is. It's not a big one. Don't get me wrong. Link. You'll have to obviously switch over to. Hey Ken, how's it going? There, that's the Canadian link, so you can. That's the one I bought. No, I don't. It's not a affiliate link. I don't have that set up, so I haven't quite figured out stuff like that yet. So, and I don't know how that would work for you guys ordering it on the U.S. site when I'm obviously I have the Canadian link. So, yeah. So that's the so if you want to set it up DIY, and you can share that one. That's the one like I said, that's the one I bought. It wasn't overly pricey. Not it, it's not a big one, but it's enough to do, smaller stuff, obviously. Like you don't not a massive one, so if you have an affiliate link here, I'm gonna do something, then you can share it for Ken. Um I'll do this real quick. There, I'll do that. So if you want to share your affiliate links for Ken, you can post that saw through your affiliate, which is fine, obviously. That way, there, he helps you out and you help him out, and everybody's happy, right? Yeah. So if DIY can, because he's got his affiliate set up, if he can find the affiliate link to post that saw, click his link and then you can buy it and you help support DIY as well. Just you being here is good enough for me, man. Because I don't have that stuff set up with the affiliate set up. So if you can help him out, with the affiliate link, help him out. You know, um, I've gotten actually some Christmas videos popping up from last year. I've seen a few from last year starting to pop up. So I have a feeling they're starting to come. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Joseph. You know, glad to see you here, and it's good to see you for sure. I don't do a lot um, outside of BVs and the odd stuff I do here. I'm trying to get some more time and do some more stuff. So hopefully, so uh, some of them might have been actually. I'll do that too. Yeah, we'll just post Joseph's in case somebody doesn't have it. I'm pretty sure everybody here probably does. There you go, Ken. There you go, Ken. Yeah, link the DIY posted. Link that, and this honestly is Yeah, mine's got a little bit of rust happening, but it was like that right out of the box. I'm actually in New Brunswick, Canada. Used to be in Ontario. It's all good, Ken. It happens. Well, hopefully those will work. Yeah, so the cornhole boards is what I was gluing up there, and then this is the other one that I did the other day. I was gonna put the carpet on it. Just once I get the carpet on there, and we can start using them. The other one is somewhere here. Oh, it's still down over there. Yep, go ahead, DIY. All good. Yep, like I said, if it helps you out, man, by all means, go right ahead. I don't mind. Um, not at all. You know, if you can get a little bit extra, hey, why not, right? I'd rather if you somebody can help you out or that you can help them out. You know, I don't mind one bit. So yeah, see, I got told WD-40 and steel wool, like quad zero steel wool. All right, I'll go look at that after. Nice DIY. I'll check out that list a little bit later. I saved it, so there's a few like I just did a quick scroll. There's a couple nice things in there for sure. Definitely. Oh, do that. Well, like I said, sometimes Amazon cheap tools are not bad at all. Oh, I got something to show you that I have to get something for it, but wait me one sec. Go in here. Figure out where I set it. There we go. Here. I'm sure you guys will be able to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing with this chunk of wood. Sure, you guys will know exactly what I'm doing with this. Once I get the mechanism and everything, I'm sure you guys will know exactly what I'm doing with it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try the WD-40 and steel wool on this and see how it works. And then I've got some paste wax that I'm actually gonna coat this with. So try to slow this process down anyway. And unfortunately, it's really humid here. We're only about hour and a half from the ocean, so I think it's about an hour and a half from the ocean. Let's see here. I'm not even 100% sure. I never actually looked. Let's see. Let's go. Actually, maybe even closer. Actually, well, hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, so about an hour and a half. So quite humid here. Yeah, I haven't found Odie's up here yet. I did get some min wax paste wax, so nice, Joseph. Eventually, that's what I want here because where my shop is right now is like a 3-season room. Um, Obviously, I plan on making it a part like an actual room. So I'm gonna eventually, it's everything in here is going to be getting gutted. Um, some of these windows are going to be going. I'm not keeping this many windows because I want some cabinet space that I can put along the wall. So I'm probably going to be eliminating about half the windows. Once I do that, and then I can get it all in here insulated, I'm going to be insulating the floor because it's kind of a cold room below here, so you can really feel it in the winter. So then I can get this. I'm going to put a mini split in here just so I can actually keep it constantly maintained. Then I get the wood out of the house. Because right now all this sits in the house. So um, I don't have like I have a planer. It's still sitting over there in a box. Because I don't have a spot for it yet. Um, Once I have a spot for it, I'm probably going to pull it out sooner than later. And because right now I've been using this as a kind of a everything table, including like I'll put a piece of cardboard or plywood down on top of here and use it for my miter saw and everything for now. So I'll probably be doing the same with my planer until I can get all this stuff cleaned up behind the camera. We got a bunch of cardboard that have to burn. Once I can do that, then I can start setting stuff up and having being able to do more. So yeah, no, I know that. Like, I don't leave the plywood or anything on the table. Like I just when I'm done with it, take the saw back off and everything like that. So um, like I said, I leave the wood in the house, bring it out when I use it. So the only ones we've ever had problems with are thinner ones with more with warping. There's only a couple smaller, thinner ones that I got out of a clearance section. And it's okay because I'm actually making bottle openers out of those. So, hey, thanks DIY for doing that. Hopefully, everybody can subscribe to everybody and help support everybody out. Yeah, which is awesome, Joseph. And it's muchly appreciated. Obviously, you know, that's what it's all about: is supporting everybody, and the whole 9 yards. So I try to sub to everybody that I can. Sometimes I miss them, and then hey, Cedar Point, how's it going? Yeah, likewise, Joseph. Good group of people. There definitely are a very good group of people. You know, can't go wrong. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be live right now if it wasn't for this group of people. Yeah, yeah, that's very true, Ken. Very true. So I try to, at least jump on for everybody, and at least me, comment, like, watch the video as much as I can. Sometimes, no, I don't even see it because YouTube, does YouTube things and doesn't tell us that they post. Yeah, for sure. They definitely can. This is a great group of people. Like we've had BB jump in here already. You know, Moyok's been here already today. They just wanted to come in and say hi and just say hey, and at least give a like. Yeah, and it's probably because they don't comment or anything on your stuff there, Joseph. That's probably why. Because I had the same thing. Because I actually got above 50 subs, and literally, had like I think about what was it, 30 or no, 20 dropped off in like a matter of like 3 days, 3 4 days. Like 20 of them just disappeared after 3 days, and then it started building back up, and now I'm sitting at 84, I do believe. Um, So, and it's been holding at that. So I'm kind of glad that it's been holding at that. So that's why I'm being able to still go live because I managed to get back over the 50. Yeah, it really is when you see that many drop off in a real hurry, kind of throws you for a bit of a loop. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, February is really going to mess with a lot of people. Yep, for sure. And that's what this is about, right? Doing what we like to do is what this is all about. So, unfortunately, YouTube's going to make it harder in February for us to do that. Well, especially for ones that are monetized or want to get monetized right away. It's going to make it that much harder. But end of the day, it's still about doing what you love and just having fun. Yeah, that's YouTube unsubscribing you. Nice, Joseph. Nice, Joseph. I'm sure you'll be very happy getting into your shop. Trust me, I was actually happy to be able to, get this table set up. And like, sure, I still don't have the shop set up, but and this is just, it is what it is here. But I was actually excited to get out here, so it was nice. Now to can do a lot more. I've been already, slowly doing things already, and um, experimenting with things because I'm got a project coming up that I do not want to mess up. It will not be cheap if I mess it up. So, um, somebody was supposed to be getting something. They gifted it to somebody else, so I sure don't need to have this one messed up. Well, that's awesome, Joseph. Like, that's great for you to offer the help to everybody, and that's solid, man. That's exactly what this group's about, and it's fantastic. That's why when I heard the thing about what they're doing in February, I was like, man, I don't want to be freaking dealing with this crap from YouTube. But then I'm like, but it's the people. It's not YouTube. It's not the money. It's the people. It's the people that come here that make it worthwhile. And you guys that have been here since I've jumped on live or popped in and stuck around, it's you guys that make this. It's you guys that make this worthwhile doing and just having fun. You know, Obviously we were waiting for glue to dry and stuff like that's kind of boring, but at least we can still have a good conversation, right? Before I lose that. There we go. So start working on some videos and stuff. So hopefully I'll have some other content coming out other than just lives here and there and the odd little video. But hopefully I can get some going out because I got a couple builds I'm kind of excited about doing. I'm going to actually be building myself a mallet. I'm going to actually build my own mallet. Tried winning one, doesn't work. I'm just going to build it myself, and that's what I'm a little nervous about building because of the woods I'm going to use. Um, and I'm trying to plan it out in my head properly because I'm actually, there's another thing in the works with that one. So, got that. I actually want to try to make. I got to finish up a candle holder that's got to be sent out hopefully in the next couple weeks. Once that's done, I'm hoping to get the cheese wire and everything so I can actually make my own cheese cutter. That I'm kind of excited about. So cutting boards, stuff like that. I want to try to make all this, and make it out of the obviously simple but nice, And I'm just working with some of the woods that I have here. I'm a little more nervous about messing them up because of the price of the wood, obviously. Not all of us are, Bill Gates or, you know, owner of Amazon or who, Tesla or anything like that. So we try to make sure we don't mess up. But it's going to happen. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Gotta love stories like that, man. Like that's exactly why you do this. Is stuff like that. You know. Have you changed it in the last little while? Because there's a certain time frame that you can't change it again. I think it's like a month. You have to wait like a month or something like that. I think it is. If you've already changed it in the last month. Hmm. I remember how I did it. Yeah, Mike's not wrong on that DIY. 100% not wrong on that. Like that's just fantastic story. Like that's amazing. Trying to remember how to change your name here. Settings. Come on. General. No, general. I can't remember how to do this. Oh, I can't remember how I did that. I bet it did. I would too. trying to remember how I did it. I think you have to. I think you have to do it through Google, and it should allow you to do it. It should allow you to do it. I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember how I did mine. Honestly, do not remember how I managed to do mine. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, like I said, it should. If you haven't changed it in the last month, it should allow you to change it. The thing is, once you change it, you can't change it for a month. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember. It's been so long. Like it's been a while since I've done it. So yeah, so if you pick a name, make sure it's spelled right, or you have to wait a whole month to fix it. Pretty sure it's a month. Could be a week. Either way, it sucks. Trust me, I know for good reasons. It's happened. So who else is all here? There's 13 of you here. This is awesome. If you guys don't mind, just hit that like button. That'd be fantastic. If you just came in or whatever, and it'd be awesome. Yep, for sure DIY. And that's all you can do is you keep going, and you may impact one person, you may impact 10. It's hard to say, right? But even that one person's all it takes. Nice, that's awesome, Joseph. Good tune too. I'm sure some people sing a lot worse. So yeah, like I know Mike's been here the entire time. A few people have actually. A couple of you guys have been here a long time on this, so I'm grateful for that. I appreciate that, guys. I really do. Um, you know, and hearing some stories, like honestly, DIY. I love hearing that kind of story. It's 100% fantastic to hear. The fact that Joseph, you sing Whiskey River. I'm good with that. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I appreciate hitting that like button, and that's what it's about. Hitting the like button and just supporting, right? That's going to make the difference, right? The more people like it, and yep, that's where it matters. So, like at least I try to hit the like button on everybody's stuff I see, and comment when I can. So, Willie Nelson, great artist. I grew up listening to him. That'll never stop. I still listen to him. So, there's a few others that I'm sure you can go back and like Loretta Lynn, all them. Love the classic country. So, classic rock as well. A little bit of everything for me, actually. Yeah, for sure. All the old country. Like I said, I grew up on it. My mom was country. My dad was rock and roll. So quite the family household, we'll say. And my sister was into the like the whole pop and stuff like that. And I listened to like metal and stuff like that. I listen to more country now, but growing up in my teens, it was metal. My sister was like I said, pops. Like she listened to mini pops and stuff like that. And my dad was rock and roll. My mom was country. So it was quite the household. It was always a battle for music in that house. So same with hockey. Hockey was another one that was a battle. So You know, my mom was Toronto, my dad was Montreal, I was Boston. So, like I said, we battled on everything, but it was good battles. Like we'd always sit there and place bets of like 6 pack of Diet Pepsi, like from my mom. We'd always do something silly like that, a couple bucks, just for fun. Beautiful. It didn't pop apart. We're good. Nice. I've been kind of all over North America. When I was a teenager, I used to be part of a drum bugle corps band, and we used to travel all over North America and did. Thanks, Mike. We used to go around and do competitions. So I've been to some pretty big, sporting event like football fields and stuff like that. Like, been to the Rose Bowl, stuff like that. So yes, Mike, because I'm a vampire. You know it. So yeah, so I've been to a lot of big arenas. So don't think I've ever been to Fenway Park though. Oh, I think that's gonna work. Nice. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to go watch sports. I was too busy playing them or traveling with the drum and bugle corps. So unfortunately, didn't get a chance to go to many live games and stuff like that. Most of the live stuff I've ever been to was for the Toronto Blue Jays. Um, they were close to like where we used to live, so we used to go watch them. Wouldn't go watch the Leafs; their ticket prices are too high. I could go to the Jays game for like $55 a ticket, sit in the right field, sit right above the bullpen. So that's what we used to do. Yeah, there's a few guys that could really rock them out of the park. I was more into hockey though than baseball, but just we used to go watch. We'd go to a Jays game or whatever, just to kind of like two of us get away and just do something together. I wish it was $5 a game. Oh, Blues fan. Yeah, see, football on the 49ers. Nice. I played most of my teenage years. I messed up my own hockey thing though. I was actually supposed to go and start playing um, with like a AAA select team and all that, but when you end up with an 11-game suspension for punching a ref in the head, that'll do it. Yep, yep. That's how my hockey ended. That's where I stopped playing hockey. The ref grabbed me from behind. We were starting to scuffle in the corner. He come up behind me, grabbed me, spun me around. I just swung. Baseball, I did play for a few years. I just couldn't go quite into it. You know, my big butt didn't do running very well. So water, a bottle of water. Oh. All right. Well, appreciate you stopping in, Joseph. You have yourself a good rest of your day, and hope it's a good one. And I appreciate you keeping me on. I'll be looking for your videos when they come out. So, what do you got going on, Cedar? Nice, Joseph. Nice. This, this, that, that. There you go. That's awesome. We'll be looking forward to seeing it once it's done. So definitely be looking forward to seeing it once it's done. Where is this? How do I do this? Oh, I'm not even trying to figure that out. I'm going to mess something up if I do that. Yeah, anytime. Here, like as soon as I see it, I'll try to like it, make a comment on it, see what I can do for you. You know, don't mind posting your video, channel here if in case somebody didn't have you on there. You know, helping everybody out is what it's about. So that at least this way here, if you have a question, you can ask anybody. Like they're just that nice. You know what I mean? Like if somebody knows the answer, they can help you out, and that's kind of nice, which is nice too, because there's some things I don't need. So there you go. See, glad I posted your link. You got one more. There you go. That's fantastic. Hey, keep this up. We're almost tied in subs. Oh, that's what we do, Cedar. That's what we do. Oh, this big old beast. Let's throw you over there. I know I'm going to knock you over. Yeah, solid, Joseph. My biggest thing is I just want to help anybody out that that deserves it. So the way I look at it, if they deserve the help, and they're new content creators, if we can just help each other out and push forward, at least we can all have some fun and do what we love. Oh yeah, for sure, Joseph. You're always going to get a few that are a little different. You're always going to have ones that are a bit different for sure. Yeah, most industries are usually pretty good with each other. Usually, um, some are a little more off the wall. No, they definitely not all of them do for sure. Like, yeah, no, Joseph, you don't have to mention any names. It's not what we're about, man. It's just end of the day. There's some that are off the wall and some that are a little kooky. Like, we're not going to say your name. Don't worry. I know you're right here. That's why we're not saying your name. You're a little kooky, but it's okay. I'm just kidding with you, man. Yeah, exactly. Just ignore them, plain and simple. That's all you can do. Just ignore them and move on and help the ones that you want to, right? And you don't have to say anything bad about people. You can just don't say anything at all and just keep moving forward. But honestly, for the most part, this group is pretty good. Can't go wrong. Check the weather here real quick. Oh yeah, it's gonna start raining. She's definitely gonna start raining soon. As long as my power doesn't go out, I should keep my internet. Oh, no worries, DIY. All good, man. Appreciate you leaving it on and coming back, man. Definitely appreciate it. And honestly, if you can get them free from, if you can get free photos, hey, why not? Take advantage of it, man. Save yourself a few bucks. Save that money, and you can put it towards something else, right? Like school clothes or whatever. Yeah, honestly, like we don't just do wood here either. I do more of the wood stuff. She's more like into the painting, and we both do vinyl. Um, so eventually I got to talk to her a bit more to see if she's going to change her name, so that whether she can actually start doing her own thing. We'll see. She's just not um like vinyl decals and stuff. Like my cornhole boards that I'm making right now. Um, those I'm going to be putting vinyl on to make for my logo. I'm going to put my logo on that in vinyl. So like it's Cricut. Like I'm sure you know what a Cricut is. So this logo will be going on those boards. I just have to cut. I just have to get them going and cut them out, and then get these prepped for putting them on, and that'll be the fun part. So basically, sign making. Mike, check your messages. Is that a code for the prints and stuff? Oh, nice. Okay, I see. I don't do stuff that big. No, I honestly I've only got a Cricut, so I don't have anything bigger. So, but appreciate that. If I'm ever stuck with something, I've got yourself, and Mads also does stuff like that as well. So between the two of you, I'm sure one of you two can help me out if I can't figure something out. That's fantastic. um, you know, Hey, no worries, man. You know what? You got your own life, man. I'm not the. I'm not that special. Yeah, honestly, if you can do sign related videos, like honestly, like people go nuts over stuff like that. You know, especially if you can kind of integrate the two of them, because then it's fully customizable, and you know they'll uh, they'll definitely go for like people will definitely go for customizable stuff. Eventually, like I'd like to get a laser eventually, but that's well in the future for me. So my customization is going to be with Pokey Girl doing her painting of projects, and us doing the vinyling on projects, smaller stuff. That's where we're kind of at with that. So one day I'd like to get a laser, do stuff like that, do more customizable stuff like that. Um, CNC wise, probably will never happen. I'd need a full shop for that. Well, I appreciate that, Ole. Yep, I appreciate you being here for it, man. Thank you. I appreciate your words and the like, and hope you have a great day, bud. Yeah, like eventually, like everything I want to do with vinyl, we're gonna make for here first, so that way there I actually have something that they can see. Like these cornhole boards. Um, I'm gonna make the boards and show people my boards. Like these are my boards, right? And then they so they understand they can have them plain you know, or customizable, obviously. So, New Brunswick, Canada, literally out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know who Rob Crossman is. Whereabouts are they? Then I'll tell you if I'm buying them or not. It's gonna start to rain. I better close this. Better close that before it starts raining. Yeah, depending on where he is, I can tell you how close I am or not. So then it would just be a matter of where in New Brunswick then, because I'm more central than anything. So depending on where in New Brunswick he is, depending how far he is from me, then because I've already figured it out. In New Brunswick, you pretty much make it from one end to the other within 4 hours. So if he's in New Brunswick, within you know probably 2.5 hours from me at least, at most. Because I know there's oh, what's his name? Um, Harley Dave. He's actually in New Brunswick as well. He's one that goes on BB's lives. He's about 2 hours from us. So he's one of the only other ones that I know that are in New Brunswick. So And who knows? Depending on where the, Rob is, he might actually, depending on where he is, he might actually get his lumber from the same place I do. Because I know there's a few. There's another. There is a YouTuber here in New Brunswick that's does like the off grid life, um, like the off grid housing and everything like that. It's actually a female. She lives by herself, and she actually is south of us, and she actually uses the same lumberyard. So, so yeah. And if anybody has any questions or anything other than, I would, when nobody's online or whatever, you can. I do have this. I don't use it that often. Like it's more just a place for people to hang out, ask questions, show their projects. It's nothing major, but you know, I'm trying to keep a good group of people in there. So it is what it is. Every now and then we do a voice chat just for something to do if nothing else is going on. So yeah, Cedar, if you ever find out where he is, if he's in New Brunswick, let me know because it'll be. Oh, he's in St. John, so that's probably hour and a half to 2 hours away. As far as I know, I'll give you one. Tell me. I'll tell you in a sec. Uh, so he is. Yep, 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes away. So he's south of me by a little over 2 hours. Oh, no worries, no worries, Joseph. That's just where some of us are. You know, so if you figure it out and you want to hang out there, you can. We'll definitely we definitely appreciate it there. So yeah, so Rob's 2 hours and 10 minutes away from me. So he might go to the same place because where I get my lumber from is about halfway between here and there. Okay, so if he's getting Purple Heart, he's probably getting it from where I am. I'm not gonna lie to you, because where is it here? Oh, I'll just grab this piece. Because, like I said, he's probably getting it from the exact same place I am. Because there's not a lot of big lumber yards that bring it in. This is a chunk of Purple Heart I have. I have actually a bunch more, but this is just one I have out here. Um, I'll have to look him up. I'll definitely have to look him up because I'm probably guessing he's getting his lumber from the same place. So I'll have to look. Actually, I might as well just look him up right now and see if I can find him. Get back in there. See if I can find him. Rob Crossman Woodworking. There we go. I'll have to check that out after. So there's. I've actually done mine through just leaving it in the sunlight. Surprisingly enough, because I know it. Sunlight usually turns it brown. But once I've sanded and everything like that, I literally stuck it in the window for a month and it stayed purple. The other way you can do it is heat. I've been told I can put it in the oven for about 30 minutes at like 300 degrees. Obviously, before you finish it and everything, and then once you have it purple again for finishing, you want to lock it so that that way there the air doesn't get back at it and start turning it brown again. So the biggest thing is once you've got it purple, you get it sealed so the air so it doesn't oxidize or as fast. It will always turn brown again in the future, but you can bring it back with heat. That's just the ways I've known. So yeah, no problem. Like I said, that's what we're here for. Is you ask a question, hopefully somebody knows the answer. So that's how I've done it. So like this piece that I have here, it did go brown when I actually like worked it. It did go brown, so I stuck it in the window directly in direct sunlight for like a week, and it started going purple. So I left it in there for a month, and it went full purple again. I let it go back brown just to see if I could do it with heat, and then I used a heat gun and actually started bringing it back purple too. So the oven trick should work. So yeah, you can do it either way. I know at the lumber yard I deal with, they had some live edge slabs come in that were brown, and they literally just put them up against their wall in the showroom lights, and they ended up like deep rich purple. So even just like their LED lights inside their showroom brought it back. Oh, I can quickly tell you again a couple different ways that I've done it. Was I put it in direct sunlight for like a month because after a week it started going purple, but I left it in for a month. It brought it back purple. The other way is to basically bake it at 300 degrees for 30 minutes. That's what I found works for me. Is it the proper way? I don't know, but that's just what's worked for me. And then, like I said to cedar, is once you get it deep, like the purple you want, the biggest thing is getting it sealed. That way, it doesn't oxidize. So, yeah, no problem, man. That's what it's all about. So, nice. I don't have any live edge pieces. I keep looking at the ones in my local, like the lumberyard I deal with. They have some 8 foot live edge pieces that I've been, I want to get, but it's just I know I know the price is not going to be nice. Because they also have a 1 inch thick by 18 by 6 foot long. Ones that have been ones that have been milled already, so they're already ready to go. I literally just buy them and seal them, and they're about $275 each, and that's for ones that are already milled. So there you go. Even Mike says it'll work. So yeah, like I said, it's just you got to watch. Like obviously, thickness will play a factor in that too because you don't want to bake it too long. So you just got to keep an eye on it if you're going to put it in the oven. You do have to keep an eye on it because obviously wood, heat might burn. So they say 300 for about a half hour. So hopefully that helps you guys out, and hopefully it'll work for you. You know, like I said, I had to find out myself, so I actually asked questions, obviously, to other woodworkers and to my local lumber, like the lumber yard I use. I've asked questions to them, like so. I found out through others, so I figured I'm going to pass it on to you guys, right? Like that's what it's about. I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, you got to figure it out yourself." That's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you how I did it. So, like, and it's a really nice, deep, rich purple. So, Yeah, try even if you just try a small piece. Nice, Conrad. Welcome back, man. Even if you try a small piece just to start off with. Yeah, no, sanding it is not fun. It definitely is not, but when it's done, it is so nice. Like that's I dread sanding the Purple Heart too. Um, that's why one of the reasons why I haven't been working with it very much is I'm waiting to get my planer set up so I can actually do most of it on the planer and then do the final sandings. So it's not so tedious on me. So and then I've got Yellow Heart here as well. I haven't worked with that one yet. That's actually coming up in a build that I'm planning on doing. Yep. See, there you go. Putting it out in the sun for a few hours. It's a comment. It'll just bring it right back. So yeah. So yeah. So you might have to leave. So that's why I put mine in a window because obviously I'm in New Brunswick, so it's not as hot and sunny as it is in Florida. So I leave mine on a windowsill in the house in case it rains or whatever. So what are you making your cash boxes out of? Hey, Wigwag, how's it going? Thanks, Mike. I kind of figured that. I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate that. Thank you for that. That's, that's, oh, thank you, Mike. Yeah, no, Wigwag, if you have any questions or whatever, just shout them out, and somebody, if I can't answer it, I'm sure somebody here can. Got a lot of good people here, so ooh, nice, Conrad, nice. Sure, you're gonna have to show us those ones. You know what, Wigwag, we actually got a bunch of guys. There's actually a bunch of guys that we know that do wood turning and stuff like that. So you know, so there's guys that here that'll probably do it too. So or know of it. I don't do wood turning, but not to say somebody else here doesn't. So yeah, nothing wrong with a good glass of bourbon, eh? That'll be me later sitting there. I'm gonna enjoy a nice bourbon later. Can't get Kentucky bourbon up here too often. When I find it, I grab it. All right, can you hear me now? Yeah, apparently my mic died. There we go. Put this one back on. No, apparently, that mic decided to die on me. All good. That's why I always have the second one charged. Apparently it does. The only difference is I don't run them both at the same time just in case. So I always have the one back up and charging. I've been going, I don't even know what time I started this. I think I've been going for a while. Probably been going quite a few hours. So. All right, DIY. I appreciate you coming in, man. I do. Fantastic. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. This is the first time I've actually gone this long with these mics, so at least I kind of know where the threshold is now. So I might order a second set of them, depending on how long I end up going live for sometimes. But I figure I can probably get away with two. Unless I have Pokey Girl with me. So the second set might not be a bad idea. Oh, dang. That is nice. That is nice, man. You mind if I show it? Make sure I get it in there. That is nice. That is very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah, that's very nice, man. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know how well you guys could see it, but that's what Conrad just sent. So absolutely beautiful, Conrad. Yeah, whoever gets that's going to be very happy with that one. Definitely. No, you'll have to post that one later. Definitely like to see that one for sure. So. See, and that's the type of stuff that I love seeing. Like when stuff like that, and it just ends up being so nice when you put the different woods together, and it just makes it so great. Like the one project that I'm going to be doing soon is going to be Purple Heart, Yellow Heart, Obsidian, ebony, and most likely lacewood. Yeah, there you go, cedar. You could do that for sure. You definitely do like ends of like cash box like that for sure. Honestly, there's like so many possibilities you could do, right? Depending on how much of it you have. Um, like you could even make candle holders depending on how the size of it with like different, you know. Yeah, yeah. The only problem with that is the price of that wood. Very expensive. Like we keep going in, we keep looking at it from the lumberyard we deal with, and every time I see it, I'm like, I want to buy it, but then I don't because I look at the price. So, and that would be one of those woods where I want to make sure I have a project in mind that's only going to be used for that. So it's not sitting here and I'm sitting there going like, what do I do with it? And then I get more and more nervous about working with it. I just want to be able to go, this is what I want to do with it, pick it up, do it. That way there it kind of forces me. Yeah, I could see why. Price wise, I could definitely see why. Um, I wouldn't be making anything large out of it either. Um, just because I can't justify paying that much money in one shot for a large chunk. Oh, nice. Let's see here. Do this with a kick in the camera. So there's that one there. That photo and that photo. That's very nice. That looks absolutely amazing. See if I can get it. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Hopefully you can, because that's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, apparently my phone just froze up. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's absolutely gorgeous. See, I love the contrast that you had there, Conrad. That was fantastic contrast. Definitely works. It honestly, Joseph, you're 100% right, man. Absolutely beautiful wood. It's just I want to make sure I have the right project for it when I actually buy it. I know most of the wood that I buy from them is usually around 10% moisture, so it's I'd rather get it and use it right away. Nice, yeah. So sunlight's one of the tricks, and then like I said, oven's the other one. Nice, Joseph. That's the way it should be. Like especially if you're spending that kind of money on wood, you definitely don't want to get ripped off. I drive to my place and pick it up. I do order some of the smaller pieces, like the obsidian ebony I'm going to be using in the one build that I have come. I ordered that. It's actually north of where I am. They're probably about 2 hours away from where I am, but I still just ordered it because it was easier. I don't go up that way very often. I think since we've been here, I've been there once up that way. So we've been going south more than north. But again, didn't get bad lumber for them either, like from them either. So I order small boxes for small projects, like the candle holders. That's the stuff I get from them. The bigger stuff I get from the other place. So like this chunk right here, I get from the other place. Yeah, hey, I'm glad you did too, man. I'm glad you did too. At least now you have it, and you have an idea, and you can work with it a little bit more. And like I said to Cedar, as Red does, or I have done, or the other option of, like I said, of an oven. Just experiment, see what works for you the best. Obviously, like right now, like Conrad's probably sitting in sunshine and lollipops, and I got cloud cover and soon to be rain. So all depends on what you have at the time, right? I just usually just leave mine on the windowsill. Yeah, my Discord, Cedar. Let's see. I'll post the link again if I can find it again. Um, oh, there we go. I guess you found it before I did. Cool. Appreciate that, Cedar. Like bunch of us post our stuff in there, finished products, stuff like that. Like we're just getting going. Um, I just want a place where everybody can kind of come in and have some fun, show what they're making. You know, because some people can't do the live thing, some aren't on YouTube, but they still want to post what they make, right? So this is a great thing for them to do. Be able to post stuff like Conrad just did, that I can share with you guys when we're live. I quickly show it to you. You know, which is nice. Then other people can get ideas and ask questions. They can show pictures of like something they're not sure of. You know, so glad you came on. Glad you joined us, and on that, and we'll hope to see some projects you've made. Because love to see everybody's work. Honestly, love to see it. Like once we get these boards and everything with this stuff here that I'm making for myself, once I know what I'm like, how I'm going to finish these, and once these are done, and I go to make the second set, I'm going to make a YouTube video, but these will be posted on my Discord. Yep, for sure, Conrad. And that's the whole thing. Like I know, like right now, my camera's probably driving you nuts because I don't have it in the right spot. But right now, there's some stuff in the way, so I can't put it back where it should have been. Because I learned about that from you, so I remember that. I bet they do, Wigwag. I definitely bet they do. Um, it would just be so phenomenal. Just the color and have like depending on what table you have them sitting on, like it would just really pop it out too. Like how it goes brown. Because some people like when it goes brown, others don't. I just like how deep, dark purple it goes. Like this piece here, like it's you know I gotta finish like once I deal with it, I'm gotta bring it back to its purple, but but I still have a couple things to do to that, like a couple pieces that I gotta cut with that, and because that's actually gonna be eventually made into candle coasters. Because I actually yeah, nice. Yeah, it doesn't take much to finish them. Like that's the nice part about it. Let the wood speak for itself and just gives it a nice shine, right? Like it's the way it should be. Like the wood should speak for itself. So yeah, I'm going to be making coasters out of that because we have a candle holder being, I'm making a candle holder instead of coasters for our table, and our table's black, so I figured the nice deep rich purple would sit nice on it. So yeah, Conrad, you're not. Yeah, you're definitely right there. Like they do really definitely show after. They definitely do. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot for protection. Just nice little finish. So and I'll check out your short there after when I'm done here. I'll jump over and check it out for you, and definitely leave you a like in that. So that's what it's all about, man. Helping everybody out. So, but yeah, yeah, I've been on for quite a while today already. My knees are starting to get sore. I kind of smashed my knee a few times on this freaking stupid thing. Yeah, get them out there and yeah, yeah. I have some inside here for that. So I got a little bit. Like, got some of both. So and then I've also got paste wax and all that other fun stuff. So for other things, flies driving me nuts. So, but I appreciate you guys all being here. I gotta get something to eat. It's also almost 6:30 here, so appreciate you all being here. Um, and hopefully you guys will join me again next time. Um, I'll check out some of all your videos, like a bunch of your videos from all of you. So we'll try to make everybody's channel grow. And like I said, if you have any questions or whatever, don't be afraid to ask any of us. Well, I appreciate that, Wigwag. Definitely appreciate that. And Ray's back. I might stick around for a few because Ray's actually coming back finally. Slacker. No, I'm kidding. I do have to go get something to eat. Yeah, no, Wigwag for sure. I'd appreciate it on my next live. I'll be looking forward to your videos. It's all good, Ray. It's all good. I'm starting to get a bit hungry, so I had to go get something to eat and that. And um, but yeah, so Crafted by Ray's another good guy. He does content as well. So Wigwag, actually, here, let me see if I can find Ray's channel for you. Channel. Get that up here for you. Let's quickly post that. There's Ray's channel if you want to check his stuff out. Yeah, no, Joseph for sure. One more. Let's see what got sent here. Oh, there we go. This is from Conrad. Hope you guys can all see that. Hey, no problem, Ray. Yeah, like I said, check out Ray. He's another solid one. You know, he some every now and then, if you're lucky enough, you see him wearing a goofy pirate hat. Yeah, man. You know, kids are kids, right? So yeah, like I said, by all means, Wigwag, if you want to come back, I appreciate it, bud. We'll be looking forward to your stuff as well. I should post yours for Ray real quick, so Ray knows who come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So, all right, guys. I'm going to cut it off, and you know, subscribe to everybody. You know, help each other out, and hope you guys all have a good night and everything. And we'll, hey, no problem, Wigwag, no problem, anytime. Um, hope you all join me next time I come on it, and you know, hopefully I can get some videos going, and we'll see you all next time. All right, you all have a good night. Oh, I gotta take my phone off of this. Oh, there it is. See? Oh, come on. Yes, and there we go. Come on, bugger. Let me end. Oh, now you're just being silly. It's got me locked. I guess I'm not leaving. Oh, this thing's being silly. It's got me locked. Oh, piss off. Come on.